Hi, and welcome to today's episode of the Art of Life podcast. I am Kanika, and I am so excited to talk to you about the crown chakra. This is the seventh major energy center of our bodies, but there's not as much that is shared about it, at least so widely. So I wanted to give you some perspectives on how to think about the crown chakra. This is known for spiritual awareness, for knowingness, for just those intuitive hits that people get, or some specific people seem to get all the time. Now, before I start talking about this chakra, let's sort of just think about its placement. This is the seventh chakra, right? It is at the outer periphery of our major body chakras. Seventh chakra is very much a spiritual chakra. The changes you would feel from that is very much at a spiritual level. To be able to really understand what the spiritual shift is about, consider the first body chakra, and that is your root chakra. This is where you are born, like physically. If you do not have a cesarean birth, you come out of the root chakra. So that's your foundation. That's coming into earth, having a body. So it's very much your identification as a human being. That's the first chakra. At the outermost level, the seventh chakra is pretty much that, but at a spiritual level. It's very much knowing what is happening in the vast universe around you, finding safety there, and feeling okay with that. If you are really looking for a balanced seventh chakra, the seventh chakra is balanced or active for someone who's able to tap into their guidance and get that information. Now, these days, the whole information layer around us is getting pretty crowded. There are lots of channels. And when I say channels, I definitely mean a lot of beings. I mean a lot of energy streams, a lot of information streams that are flowing to each one of us. Like, consider, for example, the amount of thoughts you would have in a day. You are getting a whole lot of information. The balanced crown chakra is very much around being able to channel into the right information that you want to. There is a lot of information. All of us are actually getting a lot more overloaded. Crown chakra is really being able to get that guidance. Some people will get it, let's say, when they're writing, or when they're quiet, maybe when they're washing dishes, when you're having a shower, etc. Those are the times when something hits you and you know that it's a guidance. That is your crown chakra guidance. If you're able to follow that, if you're able to really do it, you are helping your crown chakra understand that this is the information you really want to have, because you are acting on it. But often, a lot of times in today's world, what we are doing is we tend to just take a lot of information that's coming to us. Either there's just so much information that it sort of becomes easier to just consume that information, step down and just go like, okay, I'm so tired at the end of my work, and so whatever TV is showing me right now, whatever feeds my phone is showing right now, I'll just sit back and consume that. Now, sometimes that is channeled guidance. But if you're not active in it, if you're just sitting there, if you're just consuming, then that is an underactive crown chakra, because just a lot of information is coming. Some people will channel some beings, especially mediums and so on, and they're very good at bringing that information out. Now, whether that is underactive because you're not listening and doing something, there are other people who are really listening, or there are people who will say, oh, I had an awakening and now I'm getting a lot of messages. But when you cannot stop it, that is an overactive crown chakra. Now, the trick to that is remembering that, yes, this is very much a spiritual chakra. This is very much where you are connecting with the outer world. But it's maintaining your place on earth. It's maintaining your space on earth. you are very much having a physical experience still, even for the mediums out there, or especially for the new ones who are just trying this whole channeling experience. Doing that, but doing that in a safe manner. You do it, but you also ground, you also really connect with the earth and hold your space. You don't want to be hijacked by just a lot of information coming through. You want to be in control for what's coming through to you, and you want to see it, analyze it before it comes to your space. There are people who just channel beings and they go like, oh, this being just takes over my body and then I don't know what I'm doing. That could be okay, but that could also not be okay. It's sort of like letting someone drive your car and then they could do anything. They don't get the punishments for it if they knock your car or if they have some accident or anything. This is your body. You need to be in control of that. And so you're owning your space and connecting with the earth, especially being really grounded while all of this information is coming, being really targeted in receiving that guidance is paramount to having a balanced crown chakra. In my moon meditation circle, I definitely teach these techniques on how you can have this experience, how you can tap into your guidance without having to give over your seniority. Just check it out at artoflifecenter.com/moon. What does a crown chakra or a healthy crown chakra really bring for you? The change that you would experience with a healthy crown chakra is that you are getting guidance. You are able to tap into your guidance. And the shift here would be from consuming to creating. Now, consuming is a very passive activity where someone's sharing information via whatever medium and you're taking it. Now, that could be media, that could be just your friends sharing something, and you're sort of in the passive stage and you're just taking that. Consuming also is when you are just living your cycle, your life on an automatic cycle. You get up, you go to work, you come back, then you have your dinner, you go to sleep or chat with your friends, go to sleep, so on. But if you're just doing that automatic cycle in and out, which most of us would, but if nothing is there where you are creating, where you are using the guidance that is coming to you and really doing something with it, then you are not letting your crown chakra give you the guidance as well, because you're not validating whatever it's bringing in, right? For the universe to send you information, for the universe to send you guidance, the universe also wants you to act on it. And steps of creativity could very well be within your work. If you really enjoy your work, if you are a florist and you enjoy decorating your bouquets in a certain fashion and you're doing that, then that's awesome. If there is a job or work that you're doing where you really enjoy doing it, where it is a process or a journey of flow rather than a journey of deadlines, definitely that is creative. For some people that could be in a garden, a lot of people that could be in the kitchen. There are people where this could just be when they're automatic writing, whatever that space is. Maybe your job does not have a lot of space, room for creativity, but whatever little bits you can do, that would be a good way to start activating your crown chakra. That is a good way to start having the guidance. Especially if there are questions that you have, one of the things that you can do is sit down and start doing automatic writing. Just share your intention with the cosmic world and say this is what you want to write about, and then just start writing. Instead of deadline in terms of getting your guidance, a process works a lot better. In that sense, trying to create a rhythm. Maybe your whole day is very busy, but what you could do is, hey, during the morning from 5 to 6 o'clock, I am going to sit down and write, and this is where I want all the answers to come in. But just get up every day and do that. And maybe the first few times it's going to be very clunky. Maybe things don't come in, but then automatically things will start coming in. Maybe your intention could be just before going to bed, and you could say, okay, I'm just going to doze off for the night, but this is what I want to channel. This is what I want to learn about. This is what I want to explore. And just give that space, make that space for all of that guidance to come in. Sometimes if you have not really used your crown chakra, or if other chakras are not balanced, this whole communication can be very noisy. It might need clearing. But the more and more, at least you start using the channels, the more and more you start asking for that guidance and being really specific, the more at least you allow that communication to happen. And by that virtue itself, it will start cleaning up a lot of the gunk in between. And with passage of time, you'll start getting a lot clearer as well. This advice also applies to, let's say, there are people you've lost. And so one of the things that you can do to connect with them is without being emotional, but you can just have an intent, sit down, meditate, clear your space, get really neutral, and then tell them, hey, I want to communicate with you. And either that could be a very blanket thing, like I want to communicate with you, or it could be I want to communicate with you about something. And then again, doing the same thing, setting up a rhythm. Do a rhythm that will really function, settle into your daily life as best as possible. Places where you're sitting down and where you have that space, where you are just by yourself, whether it is going for walks, whether it is the time when you are in water, when you're going for swimming. But you can definitely have that intention that this is the time when I want those thoughts to come in. Have rhythms there, have steps during your day where you just do a little check-in. A quick 5 minutes or 10 minutes of this exercise won't work. Let's say if you go like, hey, 5 minutes, I've got 5 minutes and universe, now whatever you want to tell me about subject A, come and do that. It won't really work that way. The reason that wouldn't work is because you just have a lot of energy in your space that you first need to clear. Typically what's happening when you are channeling, when you're getting some guidance, is the guidance has to match your frequency. If you're wanting awareness, or if you're wanting to connect with someone who's passed away, they are at a very high frequency. Chances are that if you just sit down and if you go like, oh, I want this information now, or I want to connect with you now, it doesn't happen because you are not at that place yourself. That's why sit down, meditate, like go into that high vibration state, whatever does that for you, whether that is dancing, whether that is swimming, but get into a high vibration state, because if you are channeling into something that's really high vibration, you need to be a match. And then that's where things start coming in. Now, if that happens for you in 5 minutes, that is awesome. But for a lot of people, it just takes a little bit of clearing to get there. Meditate, clear your head, get in a space where you can invite that guidance to come in. And then when that comes in, then you can just have that rhythm there to help you capture those thoughts and store that information for yourself. But the more you act on it, then you activate that channel where that guidance is coming through. If you think about it, the first chakra, and again, they're complementary chakras. The first chakra is very much around feeling okay in the body, feeling okay that you have a physical experience, that you will be fine, that you are safe as you are, that you are okay as you are, with your body shape, with whatever money you have and so on, but at least just feeling that you're okay. Telling yourself that I am okay as I am. Crown chakra is pretty much taking that spiritual guidance and then going, oh, this is okay as it is, really believing in that. Because a lot of times the guidance might just sound very simple, or guidance might also sound something which is very contradictory to the conditioning or the society pattern, right? For example, if somebody's really stuck in a marriage, in the heart of hearts or in their guidance, they really know that this is not working for them. Is their crown chakra then healthy? Well, probably not, but there's also a whole lot more of disbalance in their space, because what they really need to do is not be in that unhealthy relationship, but they just feel stuck, they can't do anything. The idea is that you move your life 2 steps of alignment. Maybe take baby steps if you have to. The more you tune in, especially to your spiritual guidance, you'll realize that sometimes things become a lot clearer. You hear them a lot. But because you can't act on them, there is an unconscious and a conscious blocking that you do yourself to not tap into that. Because it can then become too painful to know, oh, I'm supposed to step out of this, but I can't step out of this relationship. Crown chakra is at the top, but there are 6 other body chakras below it. and they need to function. They need to be at least in some level of alignment, some level of healthy functioning state, so that then you can really have a very active crown chakra as well. That's why just acting on the small things, taking the small steps that you can, finding that courage. Let's say if you have to really come out and break some patterns, because crown chakra is really going to be a lot around shifting the patterns around you, really changing things, how you're doing fundamentally. Because instead of taking information from the world, taking information from around you of how things are to be done, with the crown chakra, you're really going to a place of, oh, this is what I think, this is what I have to do. And guess what? Is everybody around you going to like it? No, probably not. Not lots of times. And what you can do here is, while you're having that guidance, while you have all of that fear, is you can ground your fear in a meditation state. You can also ask for guidance around those fears. Hey, I have this fear. What do I do? You could instead have more of a conversation and go like, hey, I don't know how to break this relationship, because if I break the relationship, this is going to happen. This is what this person's going to say. I'm not yet ready for it, and so on. But you can definitely work with receiving the guidance. You can ask much deeper questions. Let's say if you really want to make a shift and you want to have a spiritual teacher who's going to guide you, you can also ask, hey, I want someone to help guide me on this journey. This seems a lot harder for me. And then your guidance can come in for that as well. You can just let your guidance come in and treat that as a friend. And take that little bite, be very honest, go like, hey, this is all I can do at the minute. I know you're telling me all of these 10 steps, but I'm not brave enough to do all the 10 steps. I'm just brave enough to do the first half. And you can just do that, but just keep doing that so that the guidance can come in more and more. And get into a place of stillness where you can still the other thoughts and you can just get into that guidance. We have a belief that guidance is only available to specific people or people who found their spirit guides, etc. But nothing is further from the truth. I was very much like a template person for a really long time in my life. And if I could get the training and if I could really start tapping into my guidance, so can you. There's nothing as I would love to say, oh, hey, I'm very special. I am. Just the way you are really special in your life. But because I can do it, you can do it as well. It's really simple. Don't let anyone tell you that your guidance is foreign, that your guidance does not belong to you, that your guidance is governed by a priest, that your guidance is governed by something else. They might be a lot more practiced at it, but there's nothing that stops you from channeling that guidance and getting your own answers. You, by very virtue of you listening to this podcast, you, by just the virtue of wanting to do that, wanting to tap into your guidance, you have as much right as anyone else on earth to be the creator of your life, to be the person who can tune in to their guidance. Have fun, keep enjoying, keep acting on your guidance, and have fun with it. That wraps up today's episode. Please share this episode so that others can benefit from this as well. And if you wanted me to do a particular episode, just reach out to me and send me a request. I do look at my reviews from time to time. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time with another episode.